Good morning, Carlo.
Good morning, Zohar. How are you?
I'm very good. Wanted to chat with you today a little bit about how the European side of the pond is responding to new regulations, especially in particular around EMIR and European market infrastructure regulations as they pertain to non-financial corporations. How have you seen, the lives of those entities change?
Well, it's a very interesting question. I've been talking to a lot of corporations, especially in Italy, it's my region, and it is clear that corporations traditionally are not proactive in adapting their infrastructure and their business model to new regulations coming into the marketplace. But this time it's going to be different because the hedging programs that they have in place need to be respondent and compliant with this new piece of regulation this time. And they traditionally use derivatives to hedge their exposures. And though the EMIR piece of the regulation, like the Dodd-Frank, exempt non-financial companies from the requirement of centrally clear trades, there are some requirements in order to confirm the trades with the counterparty and the trade repository, report the trade to the trade repository, and also making sure that they are not exceeding some threshold when it comes to specific asset class. So it's a new wave that it's overwhelming the corporate world, and we've seen a lot of attention that's coming from the corporations to understand more about this piece of regulation.
Do you think that compliance with the regulation will be something that will be imminent, or is it something that's going to be a wait-and-see type of approach in terms of what's happening in the United States?
Traditionally, it's always been like the wait-and-see kind of like approach. But now deadlines are coming up, and with regards to, for example, the publication and the announcement of the risk mitigation techniques in EMIR that's coming up at the end of the summer, corporations are a bit more worried, a bit more concerned, because the speed at which a corporation can turn around and change an infrastructure is not the same as a financial institution. Therefore, they need help, they need guidance, and they need to find what I call like a trusted advisor. Okay. Somebody that can actually mentor them and guide them through this transition.
Do you think their risk mitigation techniques will change?
When it comes to risk mitigation techniques, you know what we're talking about. What we're talking about is to understand pre-trade how much risk that trade is carrying. Now, you can personally and have the infrastructure in place to run those scenarios, to run this analysis. It's just in the way the format needs to be. But the essence, the substance is the same. So the service providers out there, they are all ready and they are eager to understand exactly what corporations can do and have to do, just because there is a large amount of business out there.
Do you think the workflow for them to run their risk mitigation as the asset classes are changing, as the instruments are changing, as reporting is changing, do you think that that's mainly broken currently, or is there a complete workflow almost in every corporation?
Obviously we need to differentiate like the segment in that market space, because the large cap, for example, they have a level of sophistication in terms of the infrastructure architecture in place that can easily be fine-tuned to cope and match the new requirements. But there are some segments of the corporate market out there, they are far away from even having like a sort of like convenient and reasonable level of satisfactory infrastructure in order to match this requirement. So the time is definitely going to be like a constraint from them, because with the trade reporting and the trade confirmation, both regulation, Dodd-Frank and EMIR, they require the trade needs to confirm after 30 minutes after they're executing, or need to be reported 30 days, 30 minutes after they actually execute it. So this timing need to be perfectly monitored, and the corporation need to have like perfect control over these processes.
Thank you, Carlo. Thank you very much.